like you. Be strong to hold the powers of the sun. To dream, believe in strength. Now I'm the only one.
What if the newest 2 episodes of Are You Sure? Were never meant to be just entertainment, but instead a small, half-open doorway into a world that belongs only to Jimin and Jungkook? Episodes 3 and 4 arrived not as simple content drops, but as confirmation of something softer, quieter, and far more intimate. The sleepy smiles they share before the day begins, the gentle laughter that comes so easily between them, Jungkook grumbling at a language learning app, and even the spontaneous hide-and-seek game that feels like something 2 people only do when the rest of the world no longer exists around them. These episodes don't just show scenes, they let us feel the comfort between 2 people who understand each other without needing many words. The release of these episodes feels like the moment a curtain lifts and the light spills into a room we were never meant to enter. Suddenly everything feels closer, the tenderness in their interactions, the sincerity hidden in their silence, the effortless rhythm of their connection. The simplicity is exactly what makes it striking. Some relationships speak loudly without ever raising their voices. And in these episodes, their quiet language becomes impossible to ignore. Episode 3 begins in the gentlest way possible. A slow, sleepy morning. Jimin and Jungkook rise gradually, moving around each other with a familiarity that seems instinctive, like their bodies already know the other's rhythm. They don't rush, they don't try to perform, and they don't appear to be conscious of the camera at all. The atmosphere feels unfiltered, 2 people waking up and naturally falling into the comfort of a shared routine. Even their breakfast feels warm and unpretentious. The way they sit side by side, exchanging small glances and little smiles, is enough to make viewers feel as if they are witnessing a private kind of peace. Then comes the cycling sequence, a moment that feels like freedom stretched across green fields. They ride beneath trees swaying gently, through quiet paths and under an endless sky. Jungkook laughs without holding back, his happiness ringing in the air, while Jimin leans into the breeze, letting it brush softly against his face. There is no acting here, only genuine joy, the type that blooms effortlessly when someone you love is beside you. Every look they share feels like a tiny secret whispered without words. The magic of Jikook has always been rooted in these simple things. The way their eyes soften when meeting the others, the shared laughter that erupts from nowhere, or even the quiet moments where they stand close without saying anything at all. It is a relationship you do not need explained to you. You only need to witness it. And then comes one of the funniest scenes. Jungkook, frustrated with his English learning app, complains because the AI voice suddenly says, "goodbye," before he finishes speaking. His grumbling is adorable, messy, and absolutely real. Meanwhile, Jimin watches him with a small smile, the kind of smile people reserve only for those they know intimately. It's the expression of someone who has loved, endured, and treasured a person's quirks for years. It is gentle, patient affection in its purest form. But the highlight of the episode is no doubt Jungkook's spontaneous decision to play hide and seek. He sneaks off into the director's room, recording himself as he tries to suppress his laughter, while Jimin wanders around looking for him with the most confused yet precious expression. A silly game becomes a window into something deeper, how naturally joy flows between them, how playful their bond is, and how comfortable they are slipping into their own world. A world where they still act like kids despite everything they've survived together. The tone shifts in the post-paragliding scene, turning unexpectedly tender. Jungkook asks Jimin softly, "How do you feel now?" checking if he is scared, dizzy, or uncomfortable. Jungkook's watchful care is unwavering. He doesn't wait for Jimin to express discomfort, he anticipates it. And Jimin doesn't need to ask for anything because Jungkook already knows. This is the kind of understanding people spend years searching for. Their ramen meal becomes a moment filled with the sweetness of familiarity. Whether they're eating spicy miso or classic shoyu, the real flavor is in the closeness they share. Jimin smiles wide, and Jungkook watches him with the proud, quiet joy of someone who simply loves seeing the other happy. It is domesticity at its warmest. The The scene of Jimin sleeping on Jungkook's lap feels almost too intimate to be accidental. Jungkook steals his glasses as a little prank, but beneath the mischief is something deeper. Jimin sleeps with total trust, resting so peacefully that you can practically feel the weight of that comfort. People don't sleep that soundly unless they feel completely safe. Jungkook teases him, but in every frame he checks that Jimin is comfortable, adjusting his position like someone who instinctively protects what he loves. Then there's the Swiss Army moment, where Jungkook waves to a fan and she bursts into tears. His confusion mixed with his sweetness makes the scene funny and endearing, while Jimin's reaction, half proud, half amused, adds a layer of warmth. They balance each other beautifully, Jungkook's strength paired with softness, Jimin's quiet joy wrapped in affection. Later, Jungkook casually talks about someone he liked as a teenager, a girl from his dance class in America, long before debut, long before now. Jimin's reaction is priceless, slightly teasing, slightly curious, maybe a little intrigued. But there is no awkwardness, no tension. It shows their emotional maturity. The past stays in the past. What matters is the present, who stands beside them today, who they laugh with now, who they trust without hesitation. And then comes the most chaotic yet heartwarming moment, Jimin deciding to cook for Jungkook. The attempt quickly spirals into disaster. The potato pancake won't hold its shape, the kitchen becomes a mess, and Jimin nearly gives up, laughing in exasperation. But Jungkook arrives with his patient smile, helping quietly, fixing what he can without criticism, offering reassurance simply through presence. Together, they manage to finish the dinner. The sweetest part is when Jungkook cuts the meat for Jimin, placing it gently on his plate. It's a small gesture, but overflowing with meaning. He ensures Jimin eats first, that his plate is full, that he feels cared for. These are the acts of love that don't ask for attention. They simply happen because caring has become instinctive. After the meal, Jungkook becomes affectionate again, resting his head on Jimin's shoulder like a small cat seeking warmth. And Jimin meets it with a look of amused tenderness, a look he never gives anyone but Jungkook. It is a glance full of fondness, one that says more than words could. What stands out most in both episodes is that they always return to their small world. Even during activities that don't require closeness, they naturally drift toward each other, touch lightly, or find comfort in silent presence. Their bodies seem to move instinctively, as though a quiet magnetism draws them together. This is what makes their bond feel real, unforced, unscripted, simply alive. Some people may try to resurrect old stories about Jungkook's past, but the truth remains simple: the past is gone. Those were the thoughts and emotions of a teenager, long before fame shaped his life, long before trust and loyalty grew into something deeper with someone else. What matters is the present, who he smiles at now, who he leans toward, who he protects, and who he cannot stop looking at with warm, unguarded affection. And if you watch closely, you see it clearly every time he looks at Jimin. Episodes 3 and 4 of Are You Sure? Are more than just content. They are a window into a connection built on comfort, trust, and a love that grows through the smallest moments. Nothing is dramatic, nothing feels staged. Instead, we see two people who are most themselves when they are together. And that is why these episodes feel like a gift, an intimate look at a relationship that breathes naturally, softly, and beautifully. In the end, what these episodes show is simple yet powerful. Jimin and Jungkook shine their brightest not because they're performing, but because they're together. Whatever rumors come and go, one truth remains unshakable. They are happiest, realest, and most at home in each other's presence.